Welcome students, welcome to the 17th lecture. So this lecture we are going to see the second unit, which is named as CNC milling machines and CNC programming. So in advanced manufacturing process, the unit 2 name is called as CNC milling machine and CNC programming. So in this 17th lecture, we are especially going to see about the introduction to CNC milling machines. Let's see the contents of the lecture. What is the difference between turning and milling? And we're going to see about the milling process and types, machine center and types. And the last we're going to see about the comparison between CNC and conventional milling machine. Okay, so these are the four topics we are going to see or we are going to discuss in this lecture. Now let's come to the difference between turning and milling process. Turning is performed to generate a cylindrical or conical surface. Okay, is performed to generate a cylindrical or conical surface. For example, if you're having a cylindrical rod or conical surface rod or any object is there, for that type of object, if you want to perform any machining process, means you have to go for this turning operation. And milling is performed primarily to generate a flat surface. If you have a flat surface with having a specific thickness, for that we should not do in the turning machines. For that we have to go for the milling machine. So machine tool that is used for turning operation is called lathe. Machine tool or the machine which is used for turning operation is called the lathe. You can see the normal lathe which is in a horizontal. In normal lathe we can only use the cylindrical rod or any conical surface for machining purpose. In lathe machines we can't do anything related to the horizontal surface workpiece. And this milling is carried out in milling machine. There is a special machine called the milling machine which carried out this flat surface objects. And turning process utilizes a single point cutting tool called SPTT, single point turning tool. Turning process in lathe machine, it uses the single point cutting tool. It means the cutting tool having a single point which having the surface contact with the tool and the workpiece. But in milling process uses a multi-point cutting tool called a milling cutter, which means this milling process having a multi-point means the single tool itself is having a multi-point, all this multi-point having a surface contact with the workpiece. At the same time, it will do the machining process. In turning, cutting tool continuously remains in contact with the workpiece during the operation. Okay, in turning, the cutting tool is continuously in contact with the workpiece during the operation. But in milling, the tooth continuously engages and disengages during operation. That means it is an intermittent cutting, which means in multi-point cutting tool, for example, in milling machine, we are using the multi-point cutting tool. So in the multi-point cutting tool means we are having a multi-tooth or multi-point cutters that are keep it with a that are arranged in a evenly spaced distance. So through the space we can say this milling tooth the milling tooth do its operations or do its cutting by having continuously engages and disengages. And here the workpiece is rotated at fixed revolution per minute. So this rotation provides necessary cutting velocity. Okay, in turning operation, workpiece is rotating, but the tool is not rotating, and that rotation is also at a fixed revolution per minute, not in a variable revolution. But you can change the RPM, but that if you change the RPM, that RPM also it runs in a fixed. In milling machine, here the cutter is rotated at a fixed revolution per minute. Rotating cutter provides necessary cutting velocity. In turning operation, workpiece is rotating, but in milling machine or milling process, cutter is rotating at fixed revolution per minute. In turning, feed motion is derived by moving the cutting tool. that means the cutting tool is uh, cutting tool is the tool carriage is carrying the cutting tool. Okay, so the feed motion is derived by moving the cutting tool. If you want to give the feed depth of cut or feed rate, that you have to done by moving the cutting tool towards the workpiece. The workpiece is staying constant in one location. But in milling machine, feed motion is derived by moving the workpiece. Here the cutter is rotating, but the feed motion is derived by feed motion means the feed rate, depth rate is derived by moving the workpiece. The workpiece is kept in the work table. You have to move the workpiece towards the cutter. In turning operation, it can produce fragmented, discontinuous or continuous chips, which is based on the work and tool materials and based on the cutting parameters. So in milling, it inherently produces discontinuous chips because we are not having a single point cutting tool, we are having a multi-point cutting tool. So automatically it produces discontinuous chips. So in this page, you can clearly see how the lathe machine operations look like and the milling machine operations look like. So in the lathe machine, the workpiece is rotating. Instead, the tool is not rotating; it's moving forward, and you can see it is a single point cutting tool. Single point tool. You're having a only single point that is having the surface contact with the workpiece. But in milling machine, the tool is rotating. This is the tool. It is rotating. It's having a multi-point cutting tool. It's 1, 2, 3 like that. It's having a multi-point cutting tool, and the workpiece is moving towards or moving up towards approaching the tool. Okay, so this is the two difference, and you can see this lathe machine is used for machining the cylindrical surface or conical surface, and this milling machine is used for the flat surface. Now let's come back to the milling operation. So milling is a process of machining using rotary cutters to remove material by advancing a cutter into a workpiece. Okay, so it is a process of machining using rotary cutter. In lathe, the cutter is not rotating, but in milling machine, the cutter is rotating. So the cutter is rotating and it is moved, either cutter is moved forward or the workpiece table is moved forward, so that by using this rotary cutter we are removing the material. Okay, so and this may be done varying direction on one or several axes, cutter head speed and pressure. Okay, so this operations is done by varying the direction varying the direction in one or several axes, and you can have the cutter head speed, and you can vary the difference in pressure. And now you can see the principle of milling. So this is called, this is a normal conventional milling and this is a climb milling. So in conventional milling, workpiece is fed against the milling cutter. See, you can see in conventional milling, it is a normal type in traditional milling. The workpiece is moving in one direction, and and the cutter is rotating in the opposite direction. So the workpiece is here, the workpiece is moving to against the feed cutter. But in climb milling, the workpiece and the milling cutter moves in the same direction. You can see the workpiece is fed with the milling cutter. With the milling cutter means the same direction. We are sending the workpiece in the so milling covers a wide variety of different operations and machines on scales from small individual parts to large and heavy duty gang milling operations. So milling, it is one of the most commonly used process for machining custom parts to precise tolerances. Okay, so this milling operation is one of the commonly used process in the mechanical engineering field for machining custom parts to precise tolerance. And let's see types of milling. The first thing is the face milling. Second is the peripheral milling. Okay, in face milling, this is the image of the first one is the peripheral milling. The second one is the face milling. In peripheral milling, the side surface of the milling cutter is used to do machining the workpiece. This is the side surface of the milling, and this is the face milling. Here, the face of the milling is used to do the machining operation. Okay, so this is called the face milling, and this is the surface milling. You can see in peripheral milling, the tool axis and the workpiece axis are parallel to each other. But in face milling, the tool axis and the workpiece axis are perpendicular to each other. Now let's see the difference between face milling and peripheral milling and face milling. Peripheral milling. See, the cutter axis is parallel to surface being machined. Both the cutter axis and the workpiece or the surface of the workpiece is parallel, and the cutting edges on outside periphery of the cutter. Here, the cutting operations happened with the help of the outside periphery of the cutter. Okay, outside periphery of the cutter. This only going to cut the material from the workpiece, or this only is going to do the machining operations. In face milling, see, the cutter axis is perpendicular to the surface of the workpiece being milled, and here the cutting edges on both the ends and outside periphery of the cutter. Here only the outside periphery of the cutter is doing machining process, but here the edges, you can see the cutter edges that also do, and the outside periphery also do the machining operations. Now we can see the conventional milling machines. Okay, this shows the vertical milling machine architecture. So this is the head, and this is the table, this is the workpiece, and this is the column. This is called T-slot. This is called the base, and this is the knee, and the table which holds the workpiece is above the saddle. And this is the layout of the horizontal milling machine. So in horizontal milling machine, here all the other things are seen, but the spindle, there the tool is there, the axis between the tool and the workpiece is perpendicular, but here the axis between the tool and the workpiece is parallel. Okay, you can see here, this is the arbor, and this which hold the tool, and this is the workpiece. So these are some of the milling tools. So this is a slab mill, helical mill, coarse tooth mill, helical mill with arbor type, staggered tooth mill, side mill, interlocking mills, metal slitting saw. And these are some other types: corner rounding cutter, convex formed cutter, gear tooth cutter, single angle cutter, double angle cutter, concave formed cutter. See, you can see this multi-point cutting tool, multi-point milling cutter, milling tools. So these are the, you can notice here, you're having a multi-points in the cutter, and this is only doing the milling machining operation of the milling machine. So now let's come to the machine center. So the term machine center describes almost any CNC milling and drilling machine that includes an automatic tool changer and a table that clamps the workpiece in place. So on a machining center, the tool rotates, but the work does not. The orientation of the spindle is the most fundamental defining characteristic of a machining center. So machining center represents the whole setup in a one device or in one place. Okay, the whole setup, everything, it comes in a one setup. It's called as a machine center, and especially this machine center describes CNC machines only, either because in conventional machining we don't have any automated setup, but in CNC milling only we having everything is automatic, and every automatic tool changer, everything. So that we call it as a mission center. Now let's see the main technical characteristics of the machining centers. The milling cutters can be differentiated by their type of teeth, cutting direction or shape. And the spindle axis may be horizontal. It means if the z-axis is horizontal, and the spindle axis may be vertical, that is the z-axis is vertical. Okay, or it may be universal. You can do the both axis. And the milling machine can have a 3-axis X, Y, Z and 4-axis like 3 linear axis plus 1 rotary table or rotary axis, or 5-axis. For example, 3 linear axis plus 2 rotary axis. So the time required for loading and unloading the workpiece, changing tools is required, which minimizes the machining cost. In normal conventional machining process, this is the one main important thing we considered in the conventional machining process. There, the time required for loading and unloading the workpiece, changing the tools is required, which that increases the machining cost. But in machining centers, this all things do automatically, so which will reduces the machining cost. And they can repeatedly produce a high dimensional accuracy. Once if you load or feed the program into the machining, it can repeatedly produce a number of products with a high dimensional accuracy. And a machining center operator can handle 2 or more machines at the same time. For example, in an industry, if you're having a 3, 4, 5 machining centers, means one person can handle 2 to 3. With the same program, he can feed into the system, and he can run at 2 or more machines at the same time. Faster cutting speeds and heavier cutting depths and feeds can be obtained using machine centers. So using these machine centers, we can obtain faster cutting speeds and heavier cutting depths and feeds can be obtained. Now let's see what is the need of the machine center. Why we are need of the machining center. So we are in need of the machining center in order to reduce the non-productive time and thereby reducing the lead time. Non-productive time means loading, unloading, and changing the tools. Okay, so thereby reduce the lead time. And in order to increase the productivity, we need a machining center. And in order to reduce the work in progress, so that everything will be in time and we can finish it as early as possible. So we need a machining center, because in machining center everything will be doing automatically. And to obtain a versatile machine capable of performing different operations and thereby finish the need of variety of the machine tool. Okay. So in order to obtain a performing a different operations and thereby also have to need a finish the good accuracy, we need to go for the machine center. And moreover, using the machine center, we can able to reduce the floor space area significantly, because majority of the machining, more number of machining operations, for example, drilling, tapping, or any number of operations, we can combine and keep it in the one machine center, so that no need to go for the separate machine for the each and every operations. We can bring all the operations, or we can club all the operations together in a machine. And in order to reduce the number of skilled operators and the problems associated with the machines, we can go for the machining center, because in one operator can operate a 2 or more machine center, so that in order to go for the problem associated with that also, we can go for the machining center, because this automated machining center, which can reduce the number of skilled operators. Let us see the types of machining center. So mill orientation is the primary classification for milling machines. Mill orientation means how the milling machine is oriented in based of the axis. So the two basic configurations are vertical and horizontal. So we have the vertical machining center, horizontal machining center, and the universal machine center. Universal machine center which combines the both vertical and horizontal. So now let's come to the final point, that comparison between CNC and conventional milling machine. Okay, let's see some parameters are there, and we have the comparison also there. First, we see one by one. When compared to the tool used in CNC machine center, the carbide tip tools are used for faster cutting speed. But in conventional milling machine, cutting speeds of the tool is comparatively less when compared to the CNC milling machine, because the CNC milling machine use the carbide tip tools. Okay, but this type of tools we are not using in the conventional milling machines. Okay, so the cutting speed of the tool is comparatively less. And in control system, here in CNC milling machine, of course we know the computer is used for controlling the table or controlling the tool or any movement. But in conventional milling machine, tool movements can be made automatic without the use of computer. Here the tool movement we are using manual, or you can use automatic. Nowadays this conventional milling machine without computer, automatic without use of computer is also available. But when compared to CNC and conventional, CNC is better. Let's come to the construction feature. In CNC milling machine, it contains stepper motor for table movement. But in conventional milling machine, it is rigid in construction, where everything will be moved manually. But in CNC machine, it's not rigid, but it also having a strength, but it contains a stepper motor for moving the table. So since we are using the stepper motor for moving the table and a tool, everything, so all the materials we are using lightweight only. So comes to the accuracy of the job. In CNC milling machine, will get a high accuracy with closed tolerance can be obtained, but comparatively less accuracy is obtained in the conventional milling machine, since majority we are using go with the manual. So in manual we'll get a less accuracy only accurate, but high accuracy with the closed tolerance will be obtained in the CNC milling machine. Come back to the summary of the lecture. So in this lecture we saw about the difference between turning and milling, and then we saw about the milling process and types, then we saw about the machine center and types. Last we saw about the comparison between CNC and conventional milling machine. So this is the reference which I used for this lecture. So thank you students, thank you for watching this session. We'll see you in the next lecture.